guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back at you guys with Shadow and Bone. Episode 5 from Season 2.
YUYEH SESH, or Despite Your Heart. Don't know how to pronounce the first part, sorry. So last episode, a bunch of things happened. Kaz ended his war with Pekka Rollins. He won. Nina told him about her having to bring him to Pekka Rollins, and so he convinced her to still help him. They played the part, so she fake took him to Pekka. She did, hit him and stuff, but made it look real. And Pekka thought he had him, so he beat him up. And then the whole plan unfolded. They made, people believe that fire pucks had came back and had hit Pekka's clubs from his ship.
Yeah, that he was responsible for the outbreak.
Yeah, which is really bad. And while people are freaking out, he's basically losing, respect and stuff out there. Kaz, got on his feet and told him he had his son hidden 6 feet deep, buried in a coffin in a cemetery and stuff.
Yeah.
So in order to save his son, Pekka just signed a confession that he had killed Tantalen, and he also signed Inej's freedom. So that's pretty good. The son is fine, nothing happened to him. Pekka saw his son, so he understands what just happened.
But I think he was mostly glad that his son was okay.
Yeah, but still he was played.
Later, the revenge will come though.
He's going to jail, so this is good. Kaz has also told Inej that he can't rely on her because she didn't really follow the plan. She saved a bunch of people. And we're thinking he lashed out because yes, he was scared, but there's also maybe a part of us that think that he did that to free her, to send her away. So I don't know where she's going to be this episode, but yeah, she has taken her paper, her freedom, and she's left. Meanwhile, with Alina, she, the declaration that she was engaged to Nikolai was done. Vasily was not happy. He had Mal arrested, so he would be court-martialed because he's a deserter. And while I think he was about to just speak some truths and just, destroy the whole party and stuff, but then they were attacked by Kirigan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Vasily's dead.
Nikolai is next in line to become king now.
Yeah, but he's gonna be on the run with his family. Alina faced Kirigan. Her power works a little bit against the shadow creatures, but not completely. So it's bad. We're on the run, and that's pretty much where we are now.
We need the third amplifier. We need the Firebird.
Yep. So let's jump in this episode and see if we can focus on that. There's also a mission coming to the crows.
Yeah, they need to help us get that mystical sword.
Yep.
That can kill anything,
Apparently.
even non-living creatures.
Apparently. Okay, so let's jump in this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
In the meantime, let's go. Your mother and Jinya are now freed from you. For now.
Don't underestimate what someone is capable of doing to escape you. Why won't anyone love me?
If everybody's running away from you, maybe the problem is you.
He would be feeling betrayed and in constant pain. Not a good combo. I still don't like this connection. We are never safe. He can find us every time he wants to.
He will always know where we are. The more that he uses it, the more hurt he uses.
General, our scouts found no sign of the Sun Summoner nor Prince Nikolai's group.
So keep looking.
We diminish him further by shifting our efforts towards dismantling what is left of the First Army and their encampments.
Yeah, but he's not acting rationally.
Alina Starkov is worth more than any army, so at the risk of sounding repetitive, find her.
He's got a point, but I think he's doing that because his little heart was hurt. That's dangerous.
Is little Kokoro?
Yeah, not here. Oh, technically that would not heal.
Mal? Do you know where he is? He must still be above ground.
We'll find him once we have a better handle on things.
He wasn't at the place where we were, so that's a good thing.
Alina.
Oh, that's not him. That's not him.
Dude, why do you fucking dress and you know, put your hair the same way? You'll get killed.
You very nearly buried us all with your light.
Don't lose it.
I'll be fine once you find Mal. He's always found me, but
I'll send a scout to look for him. But for now, focus on the task at hand. Saving Ravka.
She needs our support.
She needs her anchor.
Rest of the memories. The actual worst part. Oh man.
I still can't believe that he survived that though.
He was lucky in his, you know, well, lucky as much as this can be lucky. I love how they showed us how he got his trauma. It's a good example of showing, not telling.
Ready for round 4?
I'm glad to see some of you can be happy.
No!
Downstairs now. Ravka needs saving.
Oh, already, yeah. Ravka needs saving. Just straight up.
The Neshyenyer. Sancta Nail's blade.
What's the payment for this particular job?
Name your price. Retrieve the blade, and the prince will pay you whatever you ask.
I'd welcome the chance to help your prince spend his country's money.
I need to get someone out of Hellgate. The Lancers, they must be able to pull strings with the Couch government. For a certain Fjorden? He must be quite the slab of
He is a handsome beast. Shut up.
We're in.
And your wraith?
That's another story.
She's gone. No, she's not yet. She's not an option.
He's judging so hard. Oh shit, what the fuck?
But you stupid girl.
Yay! Bagra!
Bagra?
Still with the attitude. At least it's an ally.
Thanks, Saints. Relief. I wasn't sure if you meant.
Oh, he's not gonna reject you, girl.
It's just a relief.
Oh, dude, you'll have to understand.
I
Give her a
do hope
minute.
that he won't reject her though.
No, he's not. Fuck off.
Better not. Is there still gonna be bad blood? No, thank God.
She's such a good person.
Well, they used to be friends in the Little Palace.
I mean, we understand why she did the things she did.
Kirigan did this to you.
Well, it's shadow creatures.
Neshyenyer.
Neshyenyer, the Grisha who poisoned the king.
Oh yeah, it's true.
She colluded with the Darkling.
she did what she had to survive. Not everyone was as lucky as you to escape the Grand Palace.
Thank you.
You know what your family's capable of.
She literally suffered because of your fucking dad, man. You kind of owe her a little bit.
You trust her allegiance no longer lies with the Darkling.
Look at what he did to her! Kirigan manipulated her as he did all of us.
We were her at one point, you know?
We too were blinded by his beauty, his confidence. It is
His
Ben.
abs.
There's future clear ground.
It is Ben. It is Ben.
If you can point to his base on a map, I will hammer him with everything I have.
You are a good man, Nikolai. Thank you.
According to my contacts, it's believed to have been stolen by a thief known as the Disciple.
To get to him, you go to his fence.
Oval Saran. Just tea shop in Beijing.
Don't be so fucking big-headed, man.
Yeah.
See, you couldn't help yourself. Jess. You have your freedom. Why would this be what you choose to do with it?
I'm not here for you. I'm here for Sancta Alina.
Yeah, but that's not true.
So much for what happens to saints is fate.
Okay, you are both pissed. They're both pissed, but they'll get over it.
Saints, that's a terrible name.
What does it say?
Why can't you read
Can't
it?
read.
I barely read it myself.
No.
You can't read.
Fucking mister. Dude, you couldn't know.
Wait, please.
I understand why she would be afraid, but if he rejected her, he would be the worst asshole.
You pay for
Oh,
what you
God.
did. You monster!
And what about what your husband did?
You now look like what you truly are.
Fuck you.
Ask me how I did it.
Oh, during one of those
I put
nights.
the poison on my body for weeks, so that every time he kissed, he took some of it into himself. All he had to do was stop coming to my bed. He was your king.
Fuck
he
off.
brought it on himself.
We're dry.
You heard her. Arrest this murderer.
No, not after what I heard. She was under your protection.
She's a servant.
Fuck off.
Your subjects were to be like your children.
He would make a good king.
Yeah.
If he keeps that mentality. I love that. Yes, she poisoned the king, but the way she did it, it's literally like
He killed him.
yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Talk to me.
I don't want your guilt. I don't need your pity. You can't fix me. You don't understand what this is like, and I don't have it in me to make you.
I know there's a lot of things that I don't understand, but I know metal. Your beauty is your armor. It's fragile stuff, all show really. But what's inside you? It's steel. It's brave and unbreakable, and it doesn't need fixing.
You're good. You're good.
You don't need fixing.
Thank you.
She needs that.
How did you find us?
Bagra, she amplified me to seek out familiar heartbeat.
I ship it so much.
She was looking for him.
Yeah. It's true that considering her job, her role, her entire life, her beauty would have been the mask that she would have used.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't have that, so she feels vulnerable. And people keep rejecting her. I love this.
You need to do it too, man.
My husband and I are from Ketterdam.
Husband? I thought the Kesh were more affectionate.
Not this one.
Well, in private, he's all hands. Isn't that right?
Waffles? Oh boy.
Does Waffles take issue with my culture's customs?
Dear, you've come all this way.
Dude, you need to talk. That's his armor. Be strong.
He must be so comfortable right now.
Our contact mentioned that since the disciple's retirement, he has periodically parted with some of his personal collection.
The Neshyenyer.
The Neshyenyer is at Jen.
That one's a fake.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
What if we told you the disciple could name his price?
You have a surprising amount of disposable income for thieves.
Shit.
If you want the blade, you'll have to steal it from Jen.
I mean, this is up our alley, I guess.
Oh shit, oh shit, 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 shit.
I could just breathe.
Don't touch him, don't touch him, don't touch him. His gloves are beyond. Inej, we're gonna need you. He's always so composed, thank you. Inej. My gloves, my gloves, my gloves.
You were supposed to follow her.
I couldn't leave you.
Don't do this. Thank you. He's always so composed and, you know, just he controls his emotions and stuff. So to see him like that, it's heartbreaking. She's gonna reach out to him.
Reach out and just close the door in her mind.
Yeah.
Ooh. Took him that, this bitch.
I was about to say the same. She hid the ring and everything.
Listen there.
No, but she's gonna pretend.
I realised you were right. I was meant for more.
Careful, careful. You are still underground. Hey.
Oh, saints!
I guess you managed.
Exactly. How did you find? Where is she?
You always find her. She's so angry right now. She needs
The
help.
first person to see me as I truly am.
What about your tracker?
Fuck Mal.
Mal doesn't understand the power growing within me.
That's not his fault.
There are no others like us, and there never will be. I'm finally starting to understand that.
It's so eerie, that new soundtrack that he chose for Kirigan, I guess. Yeah, but...
Oh, she's playing Elizabeth Swan trick.
Oh, but like, no wonder she's freaking out in real life. Everything about her is rejecting the guy and she has to pretend. Think of Mal, think of Mal.
Think of Mal.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, she tried to play Elizabeth Swan trick, like kissing Dexpo and just handcuffing him. Same thing.
We would have severed our link if you hadn't pulled my focus.
Girl, don't blame him. I'm pretty sure he would have rejected you anyway. Like, I have nothing to do with your focus, okay? It's an interesting plan, but I don't think it would have worked. He just came back.
We share some sort of connection.
Yeah, through this.
Why didn't you tell me?
I couldn't find you. You weren't there.
Hey, it wasn't
Not
his fault.
Alina, I'm going to the ends of the earth to protect you, to keep you safe, to track your Firebird, and you dive headfirst into a fight with the Darkling.
Now you get angry. Finally. Onwards to the Firebird. Walk me down the aisle and hand me off to somebody else like none of this hurts.
Of course it hurts! But what else am I supposed to do? You're barreling through this. I can barely keep up.
He's really just trying to help.
You and I are not in lockstep. You have raced ahead on a path that I'm way behind on. And that's where you should be. Because you were meant for more.
No.
No.
Oh man.
I'll get you the Firebird, that's all I have to offer. Same old trick.
Nobody. Everybody's just so stressed. Give her some second, please.
To be fair, she has a lot of responsibilities. I understand it's hard to keep up, but like... Oh. The part of me that loves Kaz will enjoy this.
My brother Demian, slain at the beckoning of this man!
Yeah, but he can hold his own, but these guys fight to survive. Okay. I take back what I said. They fight for survival, but he can hold his own.
Well, he used to be king of the barrel, and to be king of Hellgate.
I am Packer Rollins. You take a run on me, and I will snap you in two. Work for me, and I'll get you what you want. Who's in?
He's a powerful convict. He's technically lost everything, but he's used to ruling the barrel, so yeah.
Yeah, I tell you guys, he's gonna become the king of Hellgate in no time.
Every time I use my powers, I feel him, his hands on me.
So no wonder she would like back up when using it.
If it weren't for him, I never would have taken the Sea Whip's life. I'd still be a map maker. He was the first person to show me that it wasn't just some weak stick from Karamzin. That I was Grisha. That I was meant for more.
Even without Alexander's influence, those things remain true.
True, but the trauma is still there.
Alexander is hundreds of years old, nearly infinite in his power, and yet a scrap of a girl has bested him not once, but again and again.
Give her, you know, the power. Give her strength.
You have your merits.
The only way you'll find peace is to finish what you've started.
You can do it.
But I can't do it without the Firebird.
I will help you find it.
Thank you.
You know where it is?
It's a good thing that you're on our side.
You know where to look.
I know where to start.
Okay. With Mal, with Bagra, with everyone, we're fine.
You really leave me to rally the troops as Veggie all by myself.
Do your
So I
job.
have to focus on the task at hand. Saving Ravka.
I love it when you quote me.
Honestly, if Mal wasn't in the picture, I'd be like, damn. He definitely he seems interested.
Try not to miss me too much.
Impossible.
She's pretty, she's smart, she's kind.
Oh, a good friend. Friend.
I'm not gonna say slip of the sword to Mal. Nope, I like him too much for that.
Yeah.
Take down the first army encampments.
Understood.
As she managed to convince him there was no focusing on her.
And what of the Sun Summoner?
Don't give a shit.
The whole world will hear it.
Oh shit, girl!
Make us.
She tried to play him, use his feelings and stuff. Yeah, he's pissed. In a way, I prefer it that way, but it's more dangerous. Because it's less creepy when he's not, you know.
Listen, I'm sorry about what I said at the Drake's Club.
It's not the time.
But you're so clever and so smart. Can you just stop with what? Patronizing me. Just saying you have nothing to be ashamed of. You're trying to tell me how to feel about my shame when you're hiding the very thing that makes you special. My face? You're Grisha.
Mm-hmm.
You're Zemini. Zemini believed that Grisha powers are a blessing, so why do you hide it? Because it's not a blessing, it's a curse.
Yeah, in this world, with currently what's happening?
No idea what it's cost me.
Did he lose his family over it?
Jasper, we're going in.
You need to talk, both of you, but after this.
Do you remember Jasper's backstory?
No, because he talks about it more in Crooked Kingdom, which I haven't read yet. So.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Fuck.
I sense a heartbeat further in the house.
And it's good that you're out.
Island.
It's impenetrable.
How many of you are there?
I don't know. Hospital.
Help! Help!
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
There's something in the air.
Okay, we're fucked. Coming up with a plan fast.
This is how we die.
No.
You okay? What happened?
Oh shit. We need to do something.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I go away, brother.
Bad situation. Okay. So, who do we want to talk about first? There's a lot to unpack.
Well, let's talk about our Crows gang first.
Crows. Okay, first of all, the whole dynamic with Kaz and Inej this episode, bullshit. They both love each other, they're just too stubborn to admit it.
Always.
I think we were right, I think Kaz definitely tried to give Inej a way out where, no strings attached, no nothing, by acting like he was pissed at her and stuff, like he expected her to find her freedom. Like, it's like he didn't want to be the one that kept her here because she would have stayed for him. As she has shown once again this episode, he takes, he's more important to her than sometimes the mission, which, could be detrimental to the whole plan and detrimental to her getting her dreams. If she stays behind for him, he would not want that, I think. So, to me, this is why he pushed her away. Further than that, there's also the whole pride thing of not letting anyone get close, and his defenses are up. He's trying to, protect himself. You are stubborn, but you are also full of trauma, which I understand. We have seen it even more in this episode. I love the way they showed that too. Just him dreaming about this and cleaning his hand and stuff. The whole thing about having to take off his gloves in public, touching and stuff like that's just. It's such a big part of his character. He hides it well, but to see it in full, to see it all happen this episode, just him panicking, it was just perfect. It was really well done.
Speaking about that part of what we saw, Oval, the woman, she noticed that he was uncomfortable with touching stuff, like being vulnerable with his hands, and I'm pretty sure that since she noticed, she used the tea as a distraction. For escape then.
Well, she did use the tea as a distraction. I don't think she understood. Well, I mean, she noticed that he was uncomfortable, but it could have just been her thinking he was stuck up or just, worried or something. Like, she's really good. She's a thief as well, so she recognized her crowd. Her crowd.
Yeah.
But she's really good. All those traps, like, she's a tough opponent. I do not know how we get out of this. I'm thinking the twin, I'm sorry, his name I keep forgetting. He seems to be concentrating. He's a heartrender too, so maybe he's gonna manage somehow. But yeah, this gas is sending them into hallucinations, so this is bad. But yeah, as a Kaz lover, I really enjoyed the whole freaking out and Inej being there to help him out, because that's what she does. And as for her, why she's pissed, yeah, there's pride again. Once again, they've both been hurt. They're on their defenses are up, and they don't want to be the first one to say sorry or just to. Although I don't think Inej has to say sorry at all, but it's the fact that he pushed her away once again. He was mad. He hurt her, and she doesn't want to just forgive that and move on, which is, I completely understand. But to see them be so against each other, yet so close to one another and still helping, that's just him noticing her. Everyone is falling, but he just turns and looks at her fall down, and that affects him. I'm like, my people, I love them.
Come on.
But that's them. Jesper and Wylan. Okay, I don't remember completely everything about Wylan's backstory. What I do remember is that he's from a rich family, and someone in the comment kind of confirmed what I did not remember from Six of Crows, which his father tried to kill him. So he was...
Really?
Yeah. So I need more details, because, I mean, it could be different. It could be something else. I don't know, but this is what was told to me. And
is he a bastard?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't remember. There's a reason why. It could be that he's illiterate. Like, this could definitely be a thing. It could be that he was cast away really young and he never got a chance to run. But he did say he had a tutor. So, I don't remember. But he was from a rich family, and he couldn't stay there. Like, they apparently tried to kill him and stuff. So, either he left or they sent him away. But his knowledge, he's very intelligent. His knowledge is there, but he's gotta feel ashamed for his past, you know, for what he can and he cannot do, for how he was cast away. If he was treated like shit, this is a bunch of trauma. This is a bunch of issues. Jesper does not understand them, and he's trying to do his best. He's trying to connect, but what he's saying is just making it worse.
Wylan is not the best at communicating his emotion or what he's thinking also.
I know, but to be fair though, yes, they slept together and all of that, but they barely know each other. It takes time. Just like we just talked about Gaz, like they've just found out about his past and they've known him for a while, you know. So like for people with trauma, for people with issues, it takes time. Even Jesper hiding the fact that he's a Grisha, hiding the fact that, you know, this is who he is, and saying that he's been through some shit and he sacrificed a lot because of that. Like he has also secrets in his past. They're not sharing because it hurts.
Yeah,
this
but
is trauma.
He was angry when Wylan mentioned his family.
He used it as a weapon.
Yeah.
He got angry because Wylan used his secret as a way to be like, well, you want to talk, like you're doing this. But Jesper was like, you don't understand. You don't understand why I'm doing this. So don't use that like you understand. But that's the same. The same could be said with the other one. Like Jesper is trying to make him feel better, but he doesn't understand the reasons why he feels bad, and so what he's doing just hurts more. It feels like a pity attempt to make him feel better, so it probably hurts him. They need to talk, just not right now. They are on the job. It's not the time.
Not the time to be emotional right now.
Yeah, but we will get there. We'll learn. I will say this episode, like especially, I noticed even more than the last few. This season is really, really rushed.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I don't really enjoy this season. How fast we're going. Because clearly there are issues that would have, you know, taken more time to be developed. Like that would have benefited from more episodes to just explore. The whole, like, I love that we're exploring Kaz's backstory. But since we're focusing on Gaz's backstory, we don't really have time to explore
on others' backstory either.
Yeah, I love the Kaz and Inej stuff, but because we're focusing more on that, we don't really have time to explore the Jesper and Wylan stuff. So their relationship seems, you know,
kind of rushed.
A bit rushed, and not just that, but you know, just Matthias. We barely see him. His stuff like that's happening since we can't focus on him so much. Like, I don't really feel attached or anything. The taking down Pekka Rollins was a bit, you know, it was great for what we got, but it could have taken longer. So I do feel that this season is rushed, and because of that, there's a lot of shit that I'm like, oh, I mean, we'll get, I want to say we'll have time to figure it out, to see it, but the thing is, we only have 3 episodes left. So when are we really going to see it? And I'm a bit afraid of how rushed that is going to be.
Yeah.
Like, are we just going to have, like, for example, Jesper's backstory? Are we just going to have him tell Wylan a couple of things about his past and then that's it? You know? This is also why I kind of hope we get another season centered around the Crows, because I feel like their characters are the best and they would deserve, like, an entire season about them, but well, you know, well made and just well developed.
They could still sort of introduce those backstories and Shaolin Bone season 2. And they said that they were working on a season 4.
Nothing was confirmed. They have plans for it, but it was not, you know, announced yet. So we don't know.
Because unless they do not, I mean, I'm not saying unless. For me, if you want them to take the time to explore those issues, they will need to have season 4, season 4, and that season they're gonna have to free Matthias then, because they want to have something that will be way too rushed if they say Matthias by the end of the season though.
To be fair, like, saving Matthias from Hellgate is not supposed to be a big thing.
No, I know, but
so I don't really care how they do it. I care about what happens next. My fear is that this season will try to close chapters so fast that we won't have time to really enjoy it. But what we're getting, I'm still enjoying it very much. Like, I am freaking out over the Kaz and Inej stuff.
For someone who hadn't read the book of Shadow and Bones or Six of Crows, I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it. No, it's just like even if I haven't read the Shadow and Bones series or Crooked Kingdom, I can tell that in this one season we're cramping the last 2 books of Shadow and Bone, and we're cramping Crooked Kingdom.
Yeah,
that's a lot of material for one season.
But Six of Crows apart, it is true that for one season, when you need to find 2 mythical amplifier like the Sea Whip and the Firebird, and they're gonna find the Firebird at the end.
Yeah.
It is really rushed. It does feel rushed. You don't have as much of an impact on it.
But like low key, I'm still loving this. It's just my fear right now is that, you know, whenever we're gonna get to learn about the Wyland's backstory, Jesper's backstory, and stuff, like, is it gonna be rushed because we have only 3 episodes left? So, although like we're also rushing the getting to Shuhan, getting the now they're stuck in the house, but next episode it could be solved, you know. So
it's gonna be solved next episode, yeah.
Yeah. So, but still, like what we're getting, I'm still enjoying it as a TV show. It's pretty cool. So and like I said, I am loving the Inej and Kaz stuff. So. Yeah, Nina's pretty cool as well. Personality-wise, I like her with the crows. I think she brings a little fun to their misery.
Well, Jesper does bring a bit of fun compared to Kaz and Inej.
Yes, but Nina is a good addition. So I'm moving on to Alina, I guess, at this point. I think the crows, we're gonna see what they do next episode, and we're gonna have to correct the whole tensions.
I want to start with what happened between her and Maud. The fact that the way that she talked to him, she made him feel like he would never be good enough or could bring something more to her, because she's meant for so much stuff. She's meant to do so much great stuff that he cannot compare, he cannot keep up.
He is trying his best to help her by focusing, you know, their original plan was to get the amplifier, the Sea Whip. They got that. The fall did not work, so he's moving on to the next plan, the Firebird. That's his focus. He's doing his job.
Step by step.
She has so much on her shoulder, and in a way I understand, because her power is immense. Her connection to their Darkling is unnerving. She's literally a girl with a bunch of trauma. She was betrayed, she was manipulated, and she was used. We're literally talking like when I was watching her talk about what her connection to Kirigan with Bagra, I was like, this almost feels like a rape victim who's trying to get under the influence, like under the shadow of her abuser or something. Like it felt like he possessed her and she can't get rid of him, like despite how hard she tries.
Kind of did.
It felt like that.
Forcing this connection on her with the deer amplifier in the first season,
and just
the fact that he was
in
control of her power, like he wasn't in control of her. She didn't have a choice in that matter.
He has tainted her vision, basically every time she thinks about who she is and what she can do, it's tainted by his influence. And with the Sea Whip, she basically managed to get something new that felt different. So she disconnected from him, but since the trauma is still there, it tainted this new power. So she really needs to, I guess, kill him, or destroy the fold would probably help, but she needs to stay strong, find comfort with Mal, with even like Nikolai she managed this episode, find comfort with her friends, focus on her strength, focus on what she can do, and eventually try to heal from what was done to her, because right now I feel like she won't be able to use her power completely as long as he's there in her mind tainting everything. Because every time she tries to use it, it's like she stops herself mentally, because to her using it means giving him reason, sort of like he allowed her to do this, so using it means, you know, it comes back to him, you know. It's almost like someone you hate gives you a weapon, so you don't want to use the weapon, because every time you use it, it's kind of like you're saying, thank you for giving me that weapon.
Yeah. There's also the fact that, like she said, if it weren't for him, she might not have been able to find herself, like who she was as a Grisha. Like she does hone him a lot about her powers and stuff, but Bagra is right. He might have helped you out, but what you are, you don't hold it to him. You hold it to yourself.
The thing is that, just like the weapon thing I just said, for her to completely be who she is, the Sun Summoner, and do her job, she needs to accept herself entirely. But since he's the one that made her discover who she was, to accept herself this way would be like thanking him.
Yeah.
Since like, oh, you helped me find myself, so because of you, I am who I am. It would be like accepting his help, or accepting that he did some good, but he violated her so much in so many ways that she's like, she's rejecting that, but it's stopping her from using her power because everything she is, she relates to him. So she needs to disconnect completely, which is going to be hard because they are connected. But yeah, it's trauma. It is trauma. They are all traumatized.
As of now, in his mind, he wants to make her suffer for what she did to him.
What I was thinking when I saw him just say, let's attack the first army and stuff, I was like, this guy this season is just being shitted on, like, like, it's constant. People, you know, but that's because he's finally getting what he's due because this is his fault. He's the one that made this possible and made this happen. Like, he's treating them like shit, and then, yeah, they would eventually turn around and say, like, fuck you, man. They will push him back, and now he's just tired. He's done pretending, but, like, dude, we have been telling you.
You know what's worse? Alina could have been in love with him.
Yeah, at one point.
She was falling in love with him. If he wasn't such an evil piece of shit, she would have fallen in love with him.
Yeah.
Because he saw her, he understood her. And they had a connection.
Like, even him creating the fold, we could have forgiven if it was just like, oh, it happened because you were at war and stuff like that. Like, you were not in control. You tried to save your people. Everything that led to the creation of the fold was basically good intentions and pressure from what was happening back then. If he had been like, okay, you know what? Here's the truth. We trust each other. I created the fold. It was an accident. I'm trying, like, now things are better. I have worked my ass off
to find you.
No, but I have worked my ass off to strengthen the bond between Grisha and Rafkin. Like, our relationship is better. What would make it best would be to destroy the fold. So now that you exist, let's work together to take it down. But instead, he tried to use her,
to make it bigger, to make it stronger.
Yeah, because he never let go. It's all about trauma again with them, but he is deeply wounded and he never moved on from what was done to him and his people back then. And now he's using his anger. Like, he had years to grow this anger, and he's too far gone. But yeah, no wonder people are gonna turn around and betray you, man. Like, yeah, okay. This is what you're doing to them. You're treating them like tools. You're betraying people who react normally and stuff. Like, fucking, like, Neshyenyer. She did all of this shit. She went through all of this because of you, because you used her as a tool for your means.
She had faith in him. She believed in him also.
And then when she's had enough, she rightfully decides to leave, and you're doing this to her? Oh, thank God she has David, by the way. He knows how to find the right words.
You're such a gem. I'm so proud of you, man.
But going back to Mal, yeah, I feel like he's doing his best to help, but Alina has just so much to do, so much pressure, so much responsibilities that she can't help but look everywhere at the same time, do everything, and her comprehension of what she has to do is just bigger because Mal he's seeing the little things, like he's seeing the next step. This is what we have to do next, but she's just moving ahead because she understands, like, she feels her power. She doesn't share that with Mal because he can't understand. So I feel like she's expecting a lot from him, but she's not telling him everything. He doesn't understand what she's going through. They're just not on the same wavelength right now.
She's not trying to explain to him what she feels with her powers. Even though that it might be difficult for him to understand because he's not Grisha, he can still try, but she needs to try to explain it to him.
I feel like
to talk to him.
I feel like she's not doing that because she's ashamed. You know, she doesn't want to tell her current boyfriend that she still has a connection with her ex, you know?
I'm still talking to him. We're just friends.
No, but like, maybe kind of like Jenya, she feels a bit tainted and like ashamed of what's been done to her. Like this is something that can't be undone. That this is probably how she feels, and she doesn't want to share that, put that burden on him as well. She needs to be strong. Like everyone has so many expectations coming for her. Like she feels like she has to be the bigger person and the stronger person and do everything herself. But yeah, she's gonna need help, and if she wants them to help her, she'll need to share. She'll have to share everything.
I have a question for you though. Do you think that the way that she poisoned the king by putting the poison
Jenya, we're going back to Jenya.
We're going to Jenya now.
I thought it was
deserved. Do you think that the way that she used the poison on herself, because Alexander asked her to poison the king, right?
No, I don't think he told her how to do it. I thought maybe, you know, she felt that this was the best way because no one would have wondered. It would have taken time, and it's something that she knew he was going to do. But I love the twist because her doing it this way puts more blame on him and less on her. It's like, okay, you're gonna, you know, use me like that, treat me like that, I'm gonna punish you for what you're doing to me. So it's not so much I'm poisoning you for Kirigan's plans. It's literally like, there's a bit of it that's almost like she's doing this for herself in a way. I am literally punishing you for what you're doing. It's not that, but
it could be also that if she didn't want to be responsible for the death of someone,
she put the poison on herself.
True, but she still wanted to do Kirigan's plan because he was like a savior for her basically.
No, I wouldn't say that it was a way for her to not have any blame or anything. Like she knew what she was doing. It's just that there's the twist of her doing it this way is nice because it kind of means that it's his fault, that he killed himself by doing this despicable thing to her, and she kind of took back from that in a way. So no, she knew what she was doing. She would have done it another way if it wasn't for that. But the twist is cool. In any case. Okay, so next episode we're gonna have to save the crows.
There's just so much stuff to talk about, but yeah, it's getting long.
This episode?
Yeah, but basically Nikolai's response to what happened, because he was so head set on punishing her because she poisoned his father. He has a lot on his shoulder to become, if he wants to create a new Ravka, a better Ravka.
Yeah.
I like his response.
I mean, that's what I would expect from a good king. He's impeccable. He's not letting his emotions take over. He can, think for himself and make rational decisions. This is good. I'm loving the character.
Do you think that maybe something might develop between him and Alina if Mal is not in the picture?
No.
No?
Well, if Mal wasn't in the picture, no, that's something else.
But who knows if Mal and Alina's goals does end up to not align with each other. Like what he wants and what she wants.
They would have had a connection maybe, but no, she's into Mal completely. Forget it. I still enjoy it. I like it. Okay, we're gonna end this here. It's getting late, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, we're almost done. They are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't want to have the next one, shop on YouTube next week, guys. See you then.